Chapter. Jess, you're back.
I'm back, but this is all wrong.
We are live, by the way, just so you know. What's going on?
I don't know. My settings are all wrong. Like I don't have the option to actually chat in the room.
In the room, like
Yeah, like I can't type anything in at the bottom. I don't have that option. I don't know. My settings are all messed up on this.
But can you see things?
I can. I mean, I can see the comments.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I can see. But you can't post a comment?
No, I can't post a comment, and I can. Oh, I can do a private chat, but I can't
go, hey
post a comment.
guys. Like I just posted, hey guys.
Yep. Nope. I can't do that.
No. We'll figure it out after the show.
Yeah, my settings will just be weird for a little while. Wait, but hold on.
What? There she go.
No, I had it set up. Hold on. Let me log out. I'll be right back. Go ahead. Give me 5 seconds. Oh wait.
See.
Yeah, it's just
you're logged in. No, you're logged in as a guest. When you set this up,
I was logged in
Scott
as
does
podcast.
He's gonna show up.
I'm gonna be Jesse too. How do I do it?
Well, I think you
just
can add
hit the
more
stop
than
cam.
one, right?
I don't have a stop cam.
Yeah, stop cam down at the bottom.
Next to the mute.
Oops, no, not that.
Oops.
Where did he go?
He left studio.
Whoops.
Like broke me.
I know it's all like all the settings. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Oh, stop.
All the settings are weird.
Oh, hi Jesse.
Yeah.
I got Jesse.
Okay,
So,
I'm gonna leave.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave and come right back.
Yeah.
Okay, 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay. I can start the show. I'm starting the show, Jess. All right, Chad, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, guys, 700 call in. It's gonna be fun. Here we go. We are all right, Chad. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. I love it when this doesn't work. Awesome. There we go. Once again, in 3, 2, 1.
You want to know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We got short, and it's in the next room. And please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Chad. 427.
Howdy, y'all. Are you ready for a milestone?
It's a milestone, Chad. Tonight's episode, Chad 700, kid.
Awesome.
Recorded live on January 12th, 2022 is the show, and then there were 700. Phone lines are open, guys. Give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. And for your international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. But first, Chad. Chad. Oh,
yes, sir.
Ticker. There's the old ticker right there. Old school ticker. Do we got to talk about Patreon? Chad.
Yes.
Patreon. Costs a lot of money to make the show work. Chad knows. We all know.
It definitely does.
Every week. Guys, I can give you a spiel here. We got a lot to do tonight. So let's just say there's 2 ways to help us out. You can go to PayPal, PayPal.me/the Geocaching Podcast and make a one-time donation, or Chad, you can join Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
We just got a video coming up. First video of 2022 coming up this Saturday. Jesse and I ordered the Cash Advanced Mystery Box. Did you see that on social media?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that one got by you?
Got by me.
We ordered it.
Awesome.
We're going to unbox it. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Was it good or bad? What do you think?
I think it's probably going to be good.
You think it's going to be good? All right. Well, we're going to find out on Saturday. Well, all the patrons are going to find out on Saturday. That's what they're going to get. So patrons got extra audio, extra video, only available to our patron members. We have path tags, we got stickers, we got coins, we got patron only shows, we got patron only giveaways, we got all this good stuff just for patrons. Chad Swifty Golden out of Springfield, Kentucky, Gold Star patron,
Awesome.
joins the crew, joins the inner circle, joins the paywall. So how about Sparky 916 out of Elk Grove, California? Chad,
Hey, Sparky.
he says he met you at an event. I think it's a he. I'm
Yes,
totally assuming it's a he.
He hosted he was a co-host of a community celebration event earlier this year. I think it's when I met him.
Nice. Nice. And did you say become a patron? It's more fun.
Sure. I'll say that. Yes.
It's more fun. It's
I
more
believe
fun on the
I believe he might have been the one that actually put out the what the heck you call
I don't know what you're talking about.
it? Snag the tag.
Oh, the snag the tag. Oh, nice. The one that you got. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So those two new patrons this week. I love those guys. Thank you so much, guys. Welcome to the inner circle. Enjoy all the fruits that come along with it, and there are plenty. So it's going to be a good year. So please, guys, you want to become a patron, you can. You can go to patreon.com. You could join Swifty Golden. You could join Sparky into the inner circle along with all the other patrons, and you could become a patron. Go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the geocaching podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight, we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic Logbook, made with genuine Write in the Rain paper. The Logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Be Gone soap, itch spray, and 2 set choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com. I probably should have said that.
Totally threw off the cadence of that.
BODY.com.
Totally throws off the cadence. And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA. I don't know how to say this one. I've never done it. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And so you're stumbling over the easiest one to do.
Oh, dude, you stumbled over Max's body. I could do that in my sleep. Look who's talking. Go ahead, Jess. Sorry.
And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group.
The hardest one.
This one is the most difficult one. Thank you.
Yes, I agree.
With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL. If you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, then you've come to the right place. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your caching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And finally, buy pattags.com. For all your swag and pat tag needs, visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pat tags. With over 43,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pat tag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And as always, you can find links to our sponsors chat on our website or
in our show notes.
Hi, Chad.
Howdy.
Hi, Jess.
Hi.
It's episode 700. You have to go.
It is. I was just going to say I don't mean to be rude, but I do have to run out. I will be back in Less than 10 minutes.
Less than you're on the clock. We're clocking you.
Okay, less
It
than
is,
10.
it is
Timer
8:38
has
Chicago
started.
time.
Jeez,
It's 8:38 Chicago time right now.
Okay, I'll be right back.
The dogs are not going to be happy. I just want you to know that. Where are they?
Oh, they're sleeping in here.
Oh, they're not going to be happy at all.
Should I leave the cam on them?
Leave the cam on the dogs. It'd be dog cam. Dog cam. All right, Chad, Jesse, 700 guys. How about that? Episode 700. We got calls in the queue already. I'm bringing calls in. I'm going to bring this first one in first. I have no idea who it is. I'm bringing them in. 574 area code. Hello.
Hey, what's up? It's Andy Lehman.
Andy Lee.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. How you doing,
How
pal?
are you guys doing? Congratulations.
Doing good.
700.
For anybody who doesn't know, can you tell everybody what your geocaching name is?
X Punk X and Jules. I am the original host of this show.
He is the original host. You are the creator
Yep.
of the GCPC.
I am.
Dude, yeah, hey, man, take credit for it. Be proud of it. Be like, damn right, it's mine.
Hey, I'm very, very proud of it, and I'm very proud of that you guys are still going on here at 700.
I do believe that. Isn't that ridiculous?
Oh, wow.
700.
It's crazy. I would have never thought the show would be going on this long, but it's really cool.
Thank you. It's a joy to do it. It really is. Taking something that you, for lack of a better term, birthed and raised into a podcast. Question for you. People want to know. I am always asked about the music. Music predates me. It does. I'm assuming you're the one who got somebody to do the music, correct?
We did. So it was Daryl W4 and I hired somebody to do the jingle.
And what did you say? Did you say give us something, or did you give them the words? Did you like?
No. So we basically said, here's what geocaching is. Come up with something for a call-in show, and that's what he came back, or something similar. We tweaked it a little bit, but yeah, he came back and said, here you go. I think Daryl said we want something kind of like the Big Bang Theory type of music, and so that's kind of what came back.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh,
That's
wow.
pretty close. Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, people love the song.
Yeah.
That's why I've never changed it, because people are like, dude, I love that song.
It's catchy.
It's
catchy.
catchy. I know. My kid, dude, I catch my kids singing it in the car sometimes. It's just the funniest thing. I'm like, dude, are you singing like the podcast song? He's like, yeah, sorry.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So it's so that's where it came from. That's interesting. Okay.
And
what
it is, yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
just again, the logo also predates me and Chad. So where did the logo come from?
So when we first started out the show, I just quickly designed something in Photoshop, and I'm a terrible designer in Photoshop, and it looked terrible. And I think that was the next logo. So one of our listeners basically said, hey, I'm an artist. I'm a graphic artist. Can I do something for you? And we said, absolutely. And so he came back with that. So yeah, that was, again, something that one of the listeners wanted to have.
Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that.
That's fascinating. One of our viewers, or one of the show's viewers, I don't know if they're still watching. If you are still watching, let us know.
I can't imagine.
But
they would have
created that for it.
Yeah,
for
they
the
would have
show.
said something by now, I'm sure.
Right.
I can't imagine they still probably they still watching or cash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was a while ago. I mean, that's the song's over 10 years old.
That was
The song is, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the logo is about that same time when it changed logos.
Wow. And how are you doing? Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you're doing today.
I'm excellent. I haven't done a whole lot of caching lately, though. Life's got pretty busy. I've got kids that range from 16 down to 6, and so I'm running all over the place to sport events, doing things like that. I have another podcast that I do host,
Mhm.
so that stuff takes up all my time. So I don't get to geocache nearly as often as I would like to.
And it is an excellent podcast. Please plug it, if you will.
Thanks. So the podcast that I do is called Dudes and Dads Podcast. So we just kind of chat about issues and things that relate to dudes and dads.
Oh, yeah.
The Dudes and Dads. Yes.
Yep.
I like that. The
Yeah.
Dudes and Dads. And it what's interesting is you work out of a studio, correct? Or is it a church, or is it
We
a
do.
school? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a room in a church. We call it our studio. It's the only thing that happens in that room. So
And what I love about it is that, like, I don't know, I don't know if I'm assuming you still do this. Is that when people you have guests come in, or I think
we do.
I think it's a seasonal thing actually. You guys actually have seasons. We don't. We're all year round.
Yeah.
You guys have seasons, which I should have done when I brought the show back in 2018. This is like wrestling; it just doesn't stop. It just keeps going every week.
Right. Yep.
Which is how you get to 700 in 12 years or 13 years.
Right.
So your show, when a guest comes in, this is pretty cool. You have them, you had them sign a football. I'm assuming the football's got to be filled up by now.
We do. So we just started season 4, and for 1 and 2 we had 2 different footballs, 1 for each season, and then 3 we kind of, I don't know what happened. I think COVID hit and we didn't have a whole lot of studio guests, and so we didn't have them do anything. But we just started with season 4 having them sign. We have a coffee mug that has our logo on it, and so we had them sign the coffee mug.
Awesome. I love that. It's such a great idea. I love that idea. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought that was really nice. And then on social media, they show them with the every guest you showed with the football.
Yep.
You know, it was really nice. It was a nice touch.
Yep.
I like that. All right. Well, thank you for birthing the GCPC. We appreciate it very much.
You're welcome.
It wasn't.
Thank you for keeping it going for all this time.
And when did you leave? I don't have the timeline in front of me, and I can't remember. I did the timeline years ago. I actually did the whole timeline.
Yeah, I can't.
Do you remember when?
I think I did it for 2 or 3 years. I think it was quite a while, and we had a couple different hosts. Daryl W4 was with me from pretty much the beginning, and then Head Hard Hat came on, and then at some point I left, and Daryl and Head Hard Hat kept it going.
Correct.
And from there, you guys had a whole bunch of different hosts.
And then I came. Yeah,
It was like September 2013
is when he left.
Yeah, so he was actually there for several years.
5 years. When did it start? 2009.
Wow,
when
yeah.
did the show start?
2007.
2007. Damn, Andy.
Yeah, 7.
And you
I guess it was a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah, but was it always weekly? When did it go weekly? When did that happen?
Yeah, it wasn't always weekly.
It was always weekly.
Was it always weekly?
Oh,
It was pretty close to weekly. Yeah.
I wonder if we have any listeners who actually are listening back in your day. I wonder if we still have listeners.
That would be crazy.
All right, chat room. We got 41 people in the chat room right now. Everybody, tell us the year you started listening to this show.
we got one listener that was listening in.
Who?
Daryl.
Is Daryl? I don't think Daryl's in the chat. Is he in the chat?
Daryl's in the chat. I saw
Oh,
him.
is he really?
I saw him pop something in there earlier.
Oh, did he? Well, yeah, Daryl was on the show. Yeah,
Well, he was on the show, but
he was
on.
He hosted the show.
He joined.
I'm pretty listened to.
He joined a couple months after it started.
Okay, Houston Dave says 2016 is when he came in.
Let me tell you, it was terrible before that. Before that, it was just me talking to the mic, and it was terrible. I can't just talk alone. I have to talk to somebody.
Makes it a lot easier when you have somebody to talk to. Oh, absolutely. Yes. Makes it a lot easier. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, you go. Tis a 2012. That predates me right there. FF Skippy. That's me. B Mars got 2009, 2010. That predates me and Chad. That's you. Isn't that you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go. See some listeners back in.
Yep.
There you go. All right, Andy, it's so good to hear from you, buddy. It's always good to hear from you. You doing well? The family's doing well?
Yeah. Yep. Doing real good. I'm glad that you reached out and said, "Hey, we're having a show 700." I'm like, I gotta come on. I gotta talk.
Well, I want to let you know, like, hey, we made it to 700. So.
Still here.
That's so awesome. Congratulations.
Still going strong, dude. Still taking calls. Still doing a weekly show. Yeah, it's still going strong. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
And get out there and cash, man.
Well, congrats.
Have some fun.
All right, well, man.
All right. You be well. All right.
Yep.
You're always welcome. Your family here. You be
too.
well. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Bye-bye. So Chad.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of people here 2013, 2019. So it's interesting. So a lot of our listeners came in the reboot. We picked up a lot of listeners, which is interesting. Hi Jess, welcome back.
Hey, thank you. Did I make it in time?
Under 10 minutes.
was
Yeah,
Ooh,
you were.
yeah, barely.
You were,
I
you were
told ya.
under 10. So yeah, that's interesting that a lot of our listeners are actually new, or rather with the reboot, which is kind of funny to me. Jess,
Yeah.
I want to know, even predating you, predating you, what's the funniest memory you have of this show? Predating it could be with you on the show. It could be predating you because remember Jesse. Remember, I've been on the show since 2013, and I've been with Jesse since 2012. So Jesse's known me on the show virtually the entire time.
Right.
We've been together. So, but you didn't come on the show until what, 2018?
Right. 20. Yeah. When it came back as the call-in show.
Right.
The funniest for me, I think, was when you guys used to, and Scott and I were actually talking about this earlier tonight, when they used to do the shenanigans where Scott and
Yeah.
Corey would go off and they'd go out caching and like go try to find things, and whoever was back in the studio, so it would have been Andy and Daryl,
Oh.
were like trying to direct them on how to get wherever it was that they were supposed to be getting to. And it was hilarious because, you know, nothing's in real time. You have a delay, the location's delayed, your phone calls delayed, you know. So it was hilarious.
Well, speaking of shenanigans, I'm gonna bring shenanigans in.
There's
right
some
now.
shenanigans right
Shena-
there.
Shenanigans. Hello.
Corey.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, Stevens ad infinitum. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello.
An old, the man Jesse was just talking about, the shenanigans that we used to pull.
the man, the legend, the snow angel maker.
The
I
Snow
did
Angel
that
Maker.
show in the show or in the chat room, anyways. That show was show 360, and still one of my favorite shows.
Was that the one where 360 is when me and you ran out and did the
That
old
was
school?
when we did the glimpse.
The glimpse. Yeah.
Glimpse,
Oh,
yes.
God.
Podcast.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
You go. Is that app still even around? Glimpse.
If I know I had shut down for a
That was a
while.
good show.
But I have a T-shirt, so
Yeah, Jesse
Right.
sells a t-shirt. Yeah, were you on the show
I
then?
love that app.
Is that pre you?
Mhm.
It was before me.
That predates-
I think
wow,
I
that
started like
predates Chad.
394.
Well, you
or something
wait.
like that.
You took over for Corey, didn't you?
No, I joined a year after you and Corey both joined. So I was.
So you took over. You took over
Yeah,
Caroline.
we were there for about a year and a half together. Corey, youth, the three of us. Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
I was definitely there for
2013
the
to
Snow Angel.
2015, I think were the best years myself personally, but yeah, I'm a little biased.
It all went downhill once Corey left the show.
So
Well, no more on-air Snow Angels.
Right? I know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or the porn room. Remember the porn room? That big, deep
God.
red room. that used to-
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was actually looking at some of the screenshots of the shows, and to see how many times my background changed, I'm even shocked.
Oh yeah, dude. You
Yeah.
were like, you were hopping from house to house back then, weren't you? Weren't you like hopping? You were like
yeah,
house
yeah,
hopping.
and the
It's
internet
state to
just got
state.
worse.
Yeah, the internet got worse
So
and worse.
that's why I had to finally give it up because
Yeah.
I couldn't get connectivity. Open my
Yeah.
back so bad.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, Corey actually left the show because he his internet was so bad. You live in the middle of nowhere. Which you were like
upper
I live
Montana,
45
right?
minutes from the Canadian border, just north of Whitefish, Montana.
yeah, which
Yeah.
was basically middle of nowhere. I'm assuming. Right?
Yeah, it was between a mountain and a snowbank.
If I recall right, they claimed that you're giving you 8 megabits per second, and it's like
That's what they claim.
not quite there.
They claimed.
Dude, I was breaking the bank just trying to get enough internet to check my email.
Wow, that's terrible. That's a shame. Yeah, go Corey. God. Yeah, we had fun on that show. Remember we used to with the post-it notes. We had fun with that. Just annoying Andy with
Oh
the
yeah,
I
I forgot
love-
about the
yeah.
post-it note.
annoying Andy with the post-it notes. Yeah. That was fun back in the day. Yeah. Oh, good. How you doing, by the way?
Doing good. Moved back to southern Utah. Just raising the family, raising some farm animals.
Nice. You got a little farmhouse. So we went to Utah, by the way. I've been to Utah now.
I just recently, Corey, did you even catch my log. I did one of your adventure labs and I left you a nice little hi Corey in my log, but there's no notifications for adventure logs,
That's
so
right.
you probably didn't even know.
Yeah, so I never know because it's one of those things that I don't check those.
No.
I
No.
just
Right.
assume everything's going
Nobody
well.
does.
Yeah, Jesse.
I was
actually-
trying to see if I was near any of your like actual caches that I could log and say hi to you, but I wasn't. But I was near your adventure lab at the it was the old it was a little park that was like an old oh my gosh, I am totally blanking now. Like there was like the furnace there and the chimney and the old house and the out by the mine, the
Mhm.
old the little mine place.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I did that one. That was fun.
It's like, I think the last time we had you on was episode 600, and that was just pre-COVID, and
Yes.
I was so excited that I was gonna get to go to Utah because I was taking my son on his high school supposed to be on his high school graduation trip, and we're gonna go through 4 of the national parks and then the north end of the Grand Canyon and all that. And then COVID hit.
And then COVID.
You know
hit.
that's the thing. You know, you got to come out to Southern Utah. There is really no restriction. You got to come before March or May. I think Angel's Landing, you'll actually have to register to go up that hike because they lose too many people a year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I just saw at is it at Arches that they're doing timed entry now, like starting in the spring this year?
All of the parks down here are going nuts. So I'm trying to make hay before they go completely locked down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we actually went. I was in Utah and we went to Salt Lake City, and because we drove to Idaho and Montana. It was beautiful, real pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go wrong when you're at the airport and you see mountains at the airport. You can't go wrong with that, man. That's just, you don't see that in Chicago. No, we don't get that here. We don't get that. So.
Well, next time you're out, and we'll have to get together.
Yeah, dude.
Still trying to make a way out to Chicago.
I try. It was one of those things. Dude, we were there for Jesse 24 hours, 48 hours.
We were there for like 3 days.
But not even Utah.
Total, not even. Yeah.
We were in Idaho.
And we were up in
Montana.
northern. Right. We were up in northern Utah.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I want, and trust me, I want to. Yeah, I want to get down to you. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. I'm glad you're doing well. I am. And it's good to hear from you. I'm glad you're doing well.
It is good to talk to you guys too. Congratulations on show 700. That's amazing. I left you a little message before the show because I was feeling a little frisky, but I'll leave you guys to that.
All right, buddy. Be well. All right. Be well and be safe. We'll talk to you soon. All right.
All right.
All right.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
I love when the old hosts call in. It's always fun.
Oh yeah.
Talk to the old hosts. Chad,
Yes, sir.
your favorite memory.
My favorite memory.
Your favorite memory. We've done how many of these shows together?
Oh,
Since the 300s, I think, or something. When
yeah, we're definitely in the 300s.
Favorite one. What do you remember?
Probably my favorite one or ones have been the quizzes. The quizzes that we would have.
Mm-hmm.
And that Andy would do once a year, and so it'd be you, me, and Corey sitting there trying to battle it out,
Right.
and get it, and then he would always ask a question every time, and would all forget about it. Andy would ask a question about the what is it, like the 10 rules of geocaching, or what?
the credo.
The creed, the geocacher's creed.
Geocacher's creed, yeah. And we would always forget about it. I would still bomb on that section today.
Yeah, those were nice because Andy never told us what we didn't know when that was coming. So it was like
Right.
you get the show notes, you'd be like, and that day, and it'd be like, oh, there's a quiz. Yeah. And And so it was always fun. Yeah. Now it's like it's no fun because I do the quiz and we give it to the listeners. We don't give it to each other,
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, those were always fun. I agree with you. Yeah, those were always nice.
And I learned what universal transverse Mercator was because of that.
Mercator. That's right. It was funny. I just saw that the other day because I was doing a puzzle cache. I know everybody's shocked. And I'd look for the UTM. I'd look for the universal transversal Mercator, whatever it's called. Yeah. So that's funny. We got oh, look who it is. Hey, hello, sir. Who's this? Let me guess who this is. I'm gonna guess it's this. Hello.
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 Hello. First time caller, long time listener.
That's a lie. You have called 80 times, and I'm not making this up.
Oh,
that is
This
exact.
is his 80th call. This is
your 80th phone
Oh
call
my
to the
God.
show, Cody Dog.
How about that?
This is first time caller of for 2022. Long time
Maybe it's
listener.
first time listener, long time
Dude,
caller. I don't
it's
know.
literally your 80th call, dude. 80th call.
Yep.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Premature happy birthday.
For me? Oh, thank you. Was it about the show or for me?
Welcome. For you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, my birthday's next week.
Oh yeah, the big 5-1 just
Next Wednesday. It's Wednesday's show. It's my birthday. Yeah. So Chad, wasn't your birthday?
Congratulations.
Wasn't your birthday on the show too?
yes it was.
Yeah. So mine's, yeah. What'd you say, Cody? Sorry.
And congratulations on 700.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. How many have you listened to?
I get it live. So,
Almost 80.
getting to the show is just like an after show, for me. So
You get it live. Why? Because you get to cash with me. Is that why? And me and Jesse.
Yeah.
Oh, you've cashed with Chad too.
Oh yeah.
I have.
I know. How crazy is that? Yeah. How you?
Gosh, it seems like such a long time ago, but like also recently.
I know.
Weird
It does feel like a long time ago. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
What was it?
June.
July? August? When was that?
I think June or July.
Oh, I wonder if Cody's got the most calls ever. Him or Ian? I bet no, Ian's probably got him beat. Ian's got to have him beat. I bet you.
Yeah, I think Ian had me beat.
He might have you beat. Although Scott might have him got to be close too. She sometimes our regulars.
maybe.
Sometimes she's got up there too. Yeah, I bet you. Okay. Well, you doing good, buddy?
Yep, doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to stay safe,
Trying to stay negative. Is that what you're trying to say?
Trying to stay negative.
Trying to say that negatory, good buddy.
Let's stay negative.
All right.
Working in the lab.
Working in life, right?
Speaking of,
Speaking of what? What am I looking at?
look at the calls.
Look at the calls. I got a call coming in.
You don't have it?
It's a 330. Is that what it is? It's a 330. Hello.
It's a
Oh,
330.
that's gonna be that whippersnapper.
Oh, look who it is.
Whippersnapper.
All right.
Hey.
What's his total call number?
All right, wait. Do we want to make a wager? Who has called into the show more times on a boat
Ian.
or Cody Dog?
I'm going with Cody Dog.
All right, chat room. Let's give the chat room
No way. I think
5
Ian's
seconds.
over 100.
He thinks it's over.
I haven't kept count, so
Well, no, I would never thought Cody called it 80 times.
I wouldn't have expected that either.
Sometimes Cody calls just to
does
say
the
hi
app-
to me, and then he hangs up.
So does the app track the number of times a number has called in? Is that how you know?
Yes.
Chat is
Okay.
Oh, the chat is by
chat's-
far Ian. Ian by far.
Well, okay. Now Ian has called. I believe has called in, hung up, called in, hung up, called in, hung up because of the Saturday night shows.
I
with
was
the-
just gonna say
with-
that. He
with
also-
the,
Saturday's count.
with the
Saturday's count.
puzzles.
Yeah, but Cody's called in Saturday night shows back when we were running them weekly.
Yeah.
He called
Ian
in all
used to
the
call
time.
in very regularly on Saturday nights.
All right.
But so did Cody Dog.
Yeah, Cody used to play trivia and stuff with us on Saturday nights too. though.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I don't know.
All right, shall we
Everybody mostly we've got all
And-
Ians except for like
and-
2. Go
remember,
ahead.
I didn't really start calling in until the spring after you guys rebooted. So Cody's got a couple months on me probably.
Oh, all right. So most people are saying.
So
Most people are saying.
I probably call in more recently.
No, Cody Neltra says you make the show way more fun. So there you go.
Oh,
Cody.
thank you.
That's definitely more fun than me.
Cody would call to go get ice cream.
Yes. Yes.
He still does that.
By the way, the only reason I called you was to say congrats for making it this long, and because I wanted to hear how many times I've called in, so I know to stop calling or not.
All right, let's see. Jesse, tell us how many calls.
So should we reveal?
Go ahead, reveal.
Okay, so Cody has called in a total of 80 times.
80 times.
Ian
Wow.
has called in a total of 70. Were you going to do the drum roll?
Yeah, I don't have a drum roll.
Oh, you don't have a drum roll?
I have this. There you go.
Oh, I thought you had a drum roll. I was like, where'd that come from?
I have this.
That one's more appropriate.
Okay, go ahead.
75.
Oh, 75 times.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Ian, you don't call him well enough.
Me and two people in the chat room win. What do we win?
You win
nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing. All right, Cody, always a pleasure, sir. You get ready, kid. Are we going? Are we on?
The numbers have plateaued.
That's right.
If they start going down, we're on like Donkey Kong.
They've repainted it.
Yeah. Oh, did they?
Yes.
Oh, because that really irks me.
I know. All right, we'll talk later. Be well.
All right, talk to you.
Talk to you.
Bye.
On a boat. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I really just I wanted to call and tell you guys congrats and say thanks for doing this every Wednesday and let you all know that we're happy you're still around.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
yeah, and I'm gonna have to make sure that I keep calling every week now.
Yeah.
You got to call in more. Cody's got you by
You gotta
5.
pass up that Cody dog.
5 calls.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I wonder. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. You be well. Okay.
All right. You guys take care. I'll talk to you soon.
We'll talk to you.
All right. Later.
All right. Bye.
Chad,
Yes, sir.
you want another name from the past? You want a name from
Sure.
the past? All right. How's this voice? Hello, voice. Hello.
Hello.
Chad, who's that?
How you doing?
Who is that, Chad?
I should recognize that.
Talk more, caller.
I can't believe you've got to 700
Ah.
episodes. That's pretty amazing. Well done.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't quite hearing the accent.
That is Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Info.
Hello. Welcome from sunny New Zealand, where we're fighting off sunburn and
That's
trying to convince ourselves we don't want to go back to work next week.
right. It's summertime there.
Yeah.
God, yes.
It is.
She's got summertime, Chad. It's winter here.
Is it time to play?
It's all right. I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it back in a couple of months.
Right. We get it back in a couple of months. So how are you, Sarah? How you doing?
I'm fine. Say it's summer, so the schools are out and it's long summer holidays. So because I haven't used, the boss has been telling us all to use up our leave balances, which have accumulated because nobody's gone anywhere.
Right. Oh, sure.
And so I took an extra week off, and the boys are off on various orienteering championships and events, and so I'm just sticky touring around with them. So North Canterbury today, place called little bit up from a place called Castle Rock, huge, amazing limestone formation. There was a cave that we could have walked through, but unfortunately fortunately had to come back and chat to you guys. So yeah, it's pretty.
Okay, so last time we talked to
Crazy.
you, last time we talked was just pre-COVID. It was right before COVID started.
All right.
So how's New Zealand?
Gosh, it was, yeah.
Yeah. So how is New Zealand dealing with it? You guys are pretty much negative. No, is there any positives there in New Zealand?
I haven't seen the case numbers today, but it's been hovering. Bear in mind, New Zealand's population is roughly 5 million.
Mhm.
we had somewhere between 30 and 50 Delta cases a day through the nation.
50?
Most of those are linked to previous cases. We haven't had Omicron in the community yet, but it's been caught at the border at the moment, fortunately.
Wow.
So
That's amazing.
life is pretty much back as normal as it can get.
Wow. That's
and
amazing.
had my booster shot on Sunday, so I'm as good as I can be.
That's amazing. Amazing.
I'm looking up numbers right now. The 7-day average in New Zealand over the last week has 63. 63.
What was our 7-day average, Jesse?
I think we're 63 just in like our neighborhood.
In Illinois. What's the 7-day average? Wow.
Yeah, but so it's pretty much under control, and we've got something like a 90+% double vaccinated of the adult population.
Wow. Okay, so do you have in New Zealand, and I'm honestly curious about this, I don't mean to get political, but like, do you guys have anti-vaxxers there? Like people like protesting saying, my body, my choice.
Tinfoil hat wearers.
What was that?
Sorry, I'm going to get political back. We have our tinfoil hat wearers that turn up and protest.
Right.
There's some, or they call it freedom rallies.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of New Zealand is moving towards being, including the place I work for, being a mandated employer. So you've got to be fully vaxxed to come onto the premises,
mm-hmm.
which means that of the 500 or so that work for us, I think there are 6 people who are having serious discussions with HR. So yes, we do have our tinfoil hat wearers, but there aren't that many, and a lot of people have taken the view of we don't necessarily like it, but we actually like remaining employed.
Sure, yeah. And so what percentage of your country is vaccinated? Do you know?
She said 90+% of the adults.
Wow. And
we haven't rolled it out to. In the next couple of days, it will get rolled out to 12 and unders, I think. Hang on a sec.
Wow.
I'll just do a quick Google and see if I can find it.
So, what is it? Do you know what the USA is? What our percentage of adults? The whole United States. I'm curious what it is.
Depends where you are, I should imagine.
No, I mean the whole country. I mean the entire country. What's our percentage?
We're probably maybe 60.
You think 60? That's it?
60 to 70
We
is
have
my
a
guess.
Yeah, it depends on if we're talking
We have a
full.
big push.
A big push
to try and get to 90% of all adults double vaccinated, and that was reached about Christmas time.
Here, United States percentage of population fully vaccinated, 62.6.
62%. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
75.1 one dose, at least one dose, and 23% boosted.
23% boosted. Wow.
And for the record, the United States 7-day average is 761,000. Do you remember when we hit 1 million cases in the U.S.? And
how many we had?
We all watched that ticker every day, watching that ticker going up. We were like, "Oh my god, 1 million cases!"
How many are now?
And you guys had vaccine doses months before we did.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
We only really got ours rolled out sort of June, July-ish.
So, Sarah, you were on the show for a couple of years. What is?
Yep, thank you.
What is your favorite memory of the show? What was your favorite time on the show?
Oh, it's difficult to say. There's just something. I remember one fascinating time when we just sat and had a whole episode on what's the weather like at various times of year in the various places we're all living, and sort of compare and contrast. But if I like the time when I totally broke you and mentioned underwater hockey.
Underwater hockey.
I was going to go there. She didn't bring it up. I was going to say my favorite show with Sarah was the discussion about the underwater hockey that her son played.
Yes, underwater.
It's got more expensive now. He's got into adventure racing.
Oh God.
Oh.
Yeah, you're better off underwater hockey. It's safer. Yeah.
So it's carbon fiber mountain bikes and
yes,
got and all sorts of things.
yes, like a record scratch.
So, yeah.
Sarah just stopped the show by saying underwater hockey, and that just stopped the show.
Oh yeah.
And a 20-minute
Right.
tangent on what underwater hockey was, complete with like Wikipedia.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh.
I remember you lot trying to find video clips are actually safe to show. But no, I've been kind of busy. The one thing that we'd love when the boards are open, we'd love people to come across and play, assuming it goes right in the next year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Is we've working with the Ministry of Education, a team of us set up not one but two geo tours that cover basically most of New Zealand. So the first one covers 100 locations around New Zealand. That was linked to the anniversary of Captain Cook visiting New Zealand and met for the first contact. And the second geo tour was based of 150 geocaches split into 5 areas,
Mm-hmm.
was designed to basically fill in the gaps that the first one didn't get to.
Mm.
So I've probably got about 20 places to visit on the second geo tour, but they cover mostly stunning locations, historic areas, bits of New Zealand that, I mean, I've been here 20 years, but driving back through them and they're just stunning areas, scenery, fantastic history, gold, everything from earthquakes to gold mining to Maori legends to walking tracks to viewing platforms to wildlife. There's a huge range of themes.
Mm-hmm.
And just going around and exploring those.
And are you caching? Are you geocaching? Are you getting the actual geocache?
Slowly. There's a geocache at each of them to find. Yeah, and there's a keyword that you collect right on the bit of paper and email. When you've got the set email to the Ministry of Education, you get a shiny geocoin for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So or in the case of the second geo tour, if you do a lot, you get 6 geocoins that fit together and make up a map of New Zealand.
Okay. So are these spread out across both of the big islands?
I'll email you some links so you can stick it in the show notes if you would like.
Sure, absolutely.
Sure.
And so you can play off. Yeah. No, so I'm not getting out every day, but most days I manage to find something. When New Zealand was in lockdown at its highest alert levels, there was no geocaching, and all of it, the 3 reviewers got together and sort of came up with a code of what was acceptable and what wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So for about 7 weeks the first time, we had to get by on adventure labs and virtuals. And any Earth caches you hadn't got around to sending the information through for. And the second time, fortunately, that was when Delta got into the community. We had wasn't as long, but I had a couple of virtuals up my sleeve, and I had a few more adventure labs that I could just sort of feed into the system to keep the slump from getting any worse.
Sure. Sure, yeah, that's gotta be tough when you're on an island. You can't go anywhere. Wow. Yeah, but you guys never.
It's a pretty big island.
You guys never had it bad though. You never really had it that bad, if I remember correctly. When
No, we haven't. Which I'm very, very grateful.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
At
All right.
the risk of getting political, we had the same prime minister.
Right. And are you doing well?
Orange toddler.
Are you okay? You doing well?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm just ticking along. Looking forward to finally next weekend, not the weekend we're about to have, the weekend after, going up to Auckland for a mega that should have been held 2 years ago.
Wow. Now, a mega in Auckland, will people be masked there? It's not accurate. I'm just really. I'm
Yes,
curious.
they'll have to. Well, we sort of have traffic light systems, and the rules are you can have gatherings of certain sizes with or without masks, depending on the alert level. But basically, indoors in Auckland at an event, they have a limit of the number of people, so it's almost going to have to be timed entries, and whether or not you get it, and as I understand it, you'll have to show your vaccine certificate to be allowed in. I think there are some workarounds for a couple of people who, for whatever reason, haven't been vaccinated, but masks inside. I mean, I haven't been up to Auckland for months, but around Wellington, most people are pretty happy to wear. It's required on public transport. It's required in most shops, and any restaurant that you're sitting down in, it's required. I mean, but you'll see quite a few people wandering up and down the main streets wearing masks, but not everybody.
Right. Yeah.
But basically, we don't know how lucky we are.
No. Yeah. I mean, compared to what the U.S. is, that's amazing. Sarah, so good to talk to you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're well.
And to you.
Yes. You be well. Thank you for calling in. We love to hear from you. So it's glad that you called in. We're so glad you're doing well. And be safe. Okay.
Okay. No problem. And thank you and congrats for getting to 75 episodes. Really, really good. 75? 700 episodes.
700, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Awesome.
Sarah. Old. I didn't say super old, but hosted this show, hosted back before Jesse. Hosted before Jesse. Yeah, Sarah, if whoever doesn't know, Sarah is in New England. I'm sorry, New England. She's in New Zealand. I'm so sorry. Sarah's in New Zealand. It was really interesting because like our nighttime was her daytime. She used to, if anybody who predates it, this, she actually she would call in from work. Remember, Chad? She would like sneak into a room and call in from work.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. Yeah. So Sarah, unfortunately, well, I should say unfortunately. But when I rebooted the show, I knew I wanted to chat on the show. It was a listening call-in show, and I didn't want 4 hosts again. I wanted 2 hosts or 3 hosts, and somebody just to call screen and chime in. And I didn't want that many hosts. So Chad said yes, and Chad had the seniority, made the cut. So Chad said I still want to be on the show. So unfortunately, Sarah had to be cut. But that being said, I love Sarah. I have no issues with Sarah whatsoever. She's always welcome back on this show. We have no issues with Sarah whatsoever. It was just unfortunate that, I mean, it was already hard because she was calling, again, remember, she was having issues with work.
Right.
And yeah, it was very difficult for her. So, and then we wanted the listeners to be the 4th host is what the thought was, and that's what it's basically turned into, Somebody wants Chad talk about how you got on the show. I remember when Chad got on.
So basically when Daryl left, and I wasn't actually even listening to the show at the time, believe it or not.
You were.
I was listening to Andy's what was it, the reboot? What was it called?
Oh, the reboot. Oh God, GeoSnippets.
GeoSnippets reboot.
Yeah.
So at the time, and I had been listening to that for a couple of years on a weekly almost, it was like a couple weeks after he had launched the reboot. I had started listening to it, so I was one of the early listeners on that show, and I knew who he was because of his the videos that he made on his BlackBerry with his daughter on how to geocache back in the day, because I was, when I started listening to those, I was relatively new, around 2010, to geocaching, and it was kind of interesting on those. And then I started listening to the GeoSnippets reboot show, and then he came on and said, hey, on this other show that I do. We need a new host, and if you're interested, you can send me a note, and we can get you on the show and do kind of a live audition for the show. And it's like it was myself, the CPR, what's
Montana
his name?
CPR guy?
Montana CPR guy,
Mhm.
and a third person. I can't remember who that
I
was.
don't remember that. I can't remember. I never
Yeah,
heard that.
did the shows, and I got selected out of the
Yes.
three of them to become a host of the show.
I remember that. I remember Sarah getting on the show. Yours is hard because I wasn't around that long. I was less than 100 shows in, so I vaguely remember you, but I remember Sarah's. I remember like all the people we interviewed before picking Sarah to come on the show when Corey left. So Sarah must have taken Corey's spot, is my guess.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Jess, what about you? How did Jesse get on the show?
Scott said, "You know me really well. I need you to screen the calls and give me notes in the call screener so I know who I'm bringing in." And I went, okay.
Really? That's how it
Yeah.
went?
So that was pretty much how I got roped into it. And
Roped in, like I made her come on
yeah,
the show. Like
you
I
know.
forced her.
Well, it was either be on the show or sit quietly in another part of the room for a couple hours on Wednesday nights, So I mean, another part of the house.
It's easier
So
to be on the show. Is that what you're trying to say?
yeah, it's just it's easier to be on the show, and
Mhm.
it's been a lot of fun.
Okay. And for me, what's it? She married the guy who now runs the show. Yes. Well, yeah. Well,
We
she
weren't
was on the
married at the
We were
time.
not married before. We were not married.
Yeah. You had a COVID marriage, and
We
it
did.
was
We had
in
a COVID.
Iowa.
Iowa.
We had to go to Iowa to get married. Everything was shut down here.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
And Cody officiated our errand. Cody Dog
Cody
officiated
Dog
our
married
wedding.
us. Cody Dog actually married us. Yes.
Yes, he did.
I have InfoFair calling back in. Hold on. Let's see if she's actually has something to say. Hello.
Well, she
Nope, she didn't. That was wrong. She didn't. It was weird. Yeah, Cody Dog was there. He actually married us. Cody Dog actually married us. So, and then for me, I was doing the Chicago Geocacher podcast from 2010 to 2014. And and Mark Metz says, "You love Iowa." I love Iowa. And
we had a beautiful wedding there.
we did. And we have pictures. It's really nice. Of us in masks. It was cute.
Yeah, our wedding picture is us and all of our boys wearing masks.
Should I get the wedding picture?
Yeah, go.
Oh,
Well, the one with the masks is on the table over behind the couch. Yeah, our wedding pictures is the whole family with masks on. We got married in a park in Iowa in jeans and a shirt. I mean, jeans and a sweater.
Yeah, my apologies to people who listen to the podcast and don't watch it. There you go. Here's our wedding photo. I can't see it, so
it's glared. You can't really. Yeah, there you go. Back up a little more. There you go. Perfect.
There we go.
Yeah, that was us on just after we got married. Us and our 3 boys.
Yep, in masks. Yeah, Jesse's like, I want a mask picture. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, we'll take one with, one without, and the one with way better.
Yeah, no, we got some nice pictures of us without.
Oh yeah, the one up there is not.
Yeah, it's a great.
That one right
there.
Yeah,
that one's a good one
on the wall right there. That one's.
Yes, it's a great picture. Anyway,
you got to appreciate what the masks like when it came to that. I was like, oh yeah, way better. Yeah. Yeah. So I was on the Chicago Geocacher podcast, and so I was podcasting for 3 years when who left? I can't remember who left. Somebody left this show, and Daryl called me up and said, "Hey, do you want to be on the show once and see how you like it?" I said, "Sure." And so I was on the show, and then I just
the Carolina Cacher.
No, he was on with me.
Oh, he was on with me. Oh, hang on. You're right. I was looking at the wrong.
Are you going to the timeline? Is that what you're
I'm going at the timeline
I can't remember.
because Carolina Casher joined the month before you did. Oh, X Punk the X left in September.
Oh, so I replaced X Punk? Did I really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Oh, irony. Okay. Yeah. So I replaced. So Andy left, and then I replaced Andy. Didn't that he said you want to come on, and then like a year later, Daryl left, and I think you replaced Daryl, didn't you?
Yes, I replaced Daryl.
Right. So, and then the geocaching podcast ended in 2014, April of 2014.
No, the Chicago Geocacher.
What did I say?
The geocaching podcast.
I'm so used to saying the geocaching podcast now. Yeah. So the Chicago Geocacher podcast ended in 2000, April of 2014. That's why I went to this one full time. Then after that, and then I took over the show in 2018.
Yeah, you were doing both for a little while, weren't you?
Yeah, I was doing both.
That was a lot.
That's a lot. I know. Yeah. So, and then I was also doing the one with me and
Oh yeah, you and
Mark.
Mark.
Yeah, doing that for a while. Yeah. So it's a lot of
I miss that. I miss O'Beep.
Yeah, me too. I miss Mark. Yeah, he was a lot of fun. He was funny. Yeah. He's just been busy. He's busy.
Breaking news: there was an earthquake in Southern California just
Oh
now.
no.
I hope y'all are okay.
Wait, Jim Stark says, I started listening to the Chicago Geocacher podcast on the last two shows and listened to the other shows from the beginning. You listened to that show from the beginning?
Jeez.
Wow, that show must be outdated by now. That show ended in 2014. It's a very different show than this one. But I think, is Undercacher still in the chat room? He listened to that. He's from the old show. Very different. Very different. Yeah. So that's how I got on the show. And and then Jesse and we're going strong. How many years now? Is this our third year?
We came back in 2018. We were still in our old house. And we've been here almost 3 years. So yeah, it's been over 3 years since it came back.
Well, October of 2018 is when we
Mhm.
Yeah. So wow. So we're into our fourth year. Crazy. Yeah, episode 700, guys. It's gonna be a good year. I got a lot of. I'm locked in through like April. Shows.
Wow.
Locked in through April, and guys, we have guests coming up the wazoo. Including next week, Chad. Next week, Chad.
Next week,
Chad. You know, we have our infamous show, our infamous Pickerax show. For anybody who doesn't know, we did a show, and it was such a good show. We had such a good show with a cacher named Pickerax, who was from Spain, and he held the world record, Chad. The world record. What did he hold the world record for, Chad? Why don't you tell the audience? Do you know what it was? Come on, Chad.
My brain's
for the longest power trail. For the longest power trail.
Oh, that's what
was it the power trail or was it the geo art?
I think it was a power trail, wasn't it? I think it was a power trail.
Okay.
And so we had a show with him, and it was a great show. And, you know, he had a cute little accent, and I forgot to hit play.
Record.
I forgot to hit record.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we did
and
the
he's the
whole
one
show,
who said that the events are the soul of geocaching. That's
which
where
is
that,
a T-shirt. That's where a T-shirt.
That's
came
where
from.
that came from.
Events are the soul of geocaching. I was like, wow, that is just deep. And so I wanted to have him back on and then I hear from Cody Dog that a power trail was coming out in Texas that beat Pickerax's. It's put out by a bunch of caches, but we're going to have next week, we're having the Texas World Record Power Trail. We're talking about that with the cacher TT02 is who's coming on the show next week to talk about the Texas Power Trail. Chad, it's like super long. How do you not know about it? You've lived in Texas forever. How have you not heard about this? The inkling, the grapevine.
He's in the Dallas area. I've contacted him one time about a puzzle. Okay, because I had to look him up. I don't know every geocacher in Texas. I know a lot of them, but not every one of them.
I can't believe you don't. When I heard about this and I called him and he agreed to be on the show, I said, Chad, guess what I'm having on? You got to know this guy. He's like, I don't know who that is. No clue. I love that about you, Chad. You no clue. Love it.
Not a clue.
Yes. Oh, see, Houston, Texas. Dave gives him a thumbs up. He knows who he is, Chad.
Well, Houston, Texas, Dave is just more popular than I am. Cooler than I am. So
okay. So, did you know who Houston, Texas Dave was, Chad?
Wait, even Cody says he knows who he is.
Even Cody knows who he is.
Even Cody knows who he is. I mean, I've done some of his caches. I haven't met him in person. So,
do you know who Houston, Texas Dave is, Chad?
Yes, I know who Houston, Texas
You've met
Dave
him.
is.
You've shook his hand.
I
know who he is. I mean, I could say I know who he is.
I don't believe he was geocaching when I was still there.
In Texas? I remember when you were in Texas.
Let me see here.
I remember. Remember Tauntauns? Remember berries? Cody's laughing right now.
I gotta see, when did he start geocaching?
I don't know when he's. Ask him. You have to wait 10 seconds to ask him.
Yeah, he joined in 2016. I moved out here in 2015, so that's what I thought.
Oh, okay. Then I'll give. Okay,
but we've talked to him and stuff. He's up in Cypress, which is the north side of Houston, and we know a lot of. We had him on the. We had him. He called in one time, and we had him on the show. Okay, yeah, we've been at the same event, but that wasn't in Houston. That was in Dallas or Fort Worth. So yeah. But we had him on the show, and we were talking about the events that he held and some of the stuff that he's put up there, and it was like, yeah, this it's like I know all these people, all the winners of it was like a geo race that he put together.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that show?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Oh wow. Yes, I do. Was he on that show?
He was on the show. Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
Yes, it was.
Wow. Okay. Well. Yeah. So Texas is bigger than Illinois, Indiana, Iowa held together. Yeah, but Chad knows everybody. Come on.
I don't know everybody.
Well, he doesn't know TTO2, but he's going to meet him next week because he's going to be on the show, Chad, talking about the world record power trail, Chad, in Texas. Right. Now you have reason to go back to Texas.
Definitely. I will most definitely get back there at some point. So I'm kind of curious as to where he's putting it out. So
good news, Chad. Russia is responding to us again.
Ooh, voom.ong.
I love when we're on so long that the Russian bots start chiming into our show. Voom.ong.
That's awesome.
On that note, Chad, episode 700 in the books. Guys, thank you so much for listening over all the years. We really, truly appreciate it. Chad, you have episode 700, do you have anything to say to the listeners before we go? Or
we love every one of our listeners, and we appreciate it, and especially our patrons who help make this show. And thank you, Scott and Jesse, for all that you do for the show. And I'm glad to still be here. I haven't been fired or replaced by Sarah yet. I feel it coming.
Right? No, you're Chad. We love Chad. I can't replace Chaz.
Yeah, Chaz.
Can't replace that.
Oh, did I mention this before? I was in Indiana, and we were out to eat with the family, and someone I don't remember so I don't know who it was, but in the restaurant, I said, "Chaz!"
Oh, that's fantastic.
And I went and waved. and my family's like, "What the hell was that?"
Yes, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. That like people have taken the screaming Chaz at the top of their lungs whenever they see you. Come on, man. You gotta appreciate that. That's love. That's love right there, my man.
Definitely.
Jesse Brown, final words. Anything to add?
I have enjoyed the past. What have I been on? 150-ish maybe shows.
God. Oh,
and
more than that, I think.
A couple.
Yeah,
A couple at
maybe
least.
more than that. I don't know. It's been a blast. So I mean, 700 is awesome. Everyone who has done this before me, everyone's contributed in their own way, and there's so many awesome memories, and it's great. It's awesome. This show is so unique, and I love the community that it has created, and I'm just so happy to be a part of it.
Well put. And as for me, I speak way too much, so I'll be brief. It's
That's impossible.
I know it is. I love this community. I love what we've built, and I love that we have a call-in show and that it works, even though Daryl said it wouldn't, and it did, and it does, and it's awesome, and I love that no one stole it, and respect us that we are the call-in show, and I love that the community, the podcast community as a whole, that nobody globbed on like, oh, it works, we're gonna do it now, so
well, they probably couldn't get the Daryl tech support, so
That's very true. We owe quite a bit to Daryl for
Oh,
helping getting this going.
I love Daryl, and I've
That
always
is
said on this show, I love Daryl, and I
100% true.
absolutely, Daryl helped tremendously to get the show off the ground, to get it to work, and so we appreciate him, and I love that we have regular callers that call in, and they're like I said, they're like the fourth host.
Oh yeah.
I love that you can get, and I love when we get first time callers. Are my ultimate favorite. Those are my absolute favorites. Are those Midwest goodbye is a 30-minute goodbye. I love that we have our regular callers that they and I love our first time callers and all that. So it's great and it's fun, and I love Chad and I love Jess, and you guys make the show. Jessie, I think, came in and took her small silly role of being a call-in screener and just blossomed it into being another host, and having an opinion that our listeners care and listen for and appreciate and want to know.
Yeah.
So that's amazing and awesome. And Chad just being Chad and being awesome, Chad. No, I mean that sincerely. Just being Chad and being you. Not that you're anything less than Jesse in any way. It's just you've been you since day one. So Chad is Chad. Chad's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it is still going long. Still going strong. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate the show, and I appreciate my dogs, and it's been an interesting ride, that I'm not ready to get off yet, even though I said like a couple more years. So it's not ready to get off yet. So it'll be interesting to see where we go. It's going to be a fun year. It's going to be an interesting year, a fun year.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully COVID will go away so we can all get out and get together and have some fun together.
Definitely.
So, but we are planning. Chad, just really quick, Chad, I'm putting you totally on the spot right now.
Mm-hmm. You never do that.
Jesse hates when I put her on the spot.
Yep.
I'm totally putting you on the spot right now, Chad. Midwest Geobash.
99% chance not gonna happen.
99% chance not gonna happen.
I got so much other stuff going on.
Okay.
That it's I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. I probably won't get to do going caching as well this year.
Oh my goodness, you're not going to go to going. You're a staple at going caching.
I'm gonna try my hardest, but there's probably a 50-50 chance that I won't make it to that. I am going to, assuming that it's held and I can get across the Canadian border, going to Geo Woodstock and the anniversary party, the 20th, 21st, 22nd anniversary party. of geocaching.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see if they open the borders up. That'd be really weird if they didn't.
Right.
Is that our dogs moaning?
Yeah, did you hear her crying?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That was Jeeps.
All right, we gotta go. All right, guys. Listeners, thank you so much for listening over the years. Chat room, you're awesome. Callers, you're awesome. But you listeners are what make the show. Patrons, obviously, you guys are amazing. We love you guys more than anything. You patrons literally make this show work. So we appreciate you guys very much. That's it. I'm out. So
Ian says, bro, what are you even going to do this year?
dude.
I've got family obligations that have been postponed for a couple of years that I need to get
I
in.
respect that. All right, I respect that. Yeah, I respect that. All right, everybody. We got one more Saturday show to do. I don't think it's gonna be this weekend, but we're gonna do it very soon. We got through. For anyone who didn't join us last Saturday, we got through two doors out of 4, so we have 2 more doors to get through. It was a lot of fun too. How long were we on for? Like 2.5 to 3
Oh my
hours?
gosh, it was so long.
Do we get through 2 doors or 3 doors?
We got through 2 doors. No, we got through 2.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 doors. But we were on for like 3 hours. It was long.
Yeah, we were on for a long time. It was like I when I got off, I was like, it's like I haven't had dinner yet.
Oh my god!
It's like
we got on at 8:30. I think we got off at like 11 or 11.
It was like 11 or 11:30 our time.
It was like late. Yeah.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. It was 9:15 here, so 11:15. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I went and eat. My wife's like, "You're eating this late," and I'm like, I'm hungry. They didn't let me eat.
Yeah, that Jared totally missed Jared in the chat room. Sad. Yeah, Jared, where were you? We there was some good rooms too.
Oh, we had some great puzzles.
Yeah, you missed some good puzzles, Jared. Come on, man.
Thank you, Ian, for the saves.
Wait, we were drinking by the end. No, we started drinking at the beginning of that one.
All right.
Turned into the Sunday morning antisocial club.
Yeah. Oh, for him, absolutely. Yeah, it was past midnight for him.
It was after midnight.
We got another one coming up soon, guys. Give it a couple weeks. So everybody, all right, guys, we'll talk to you guys next week. Be well, be safe, and we gotta close this show. Hold on, I gotta get my notes. Sorry, I'm totally unprepared for it. There it is. Okay, here we go. All right, please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archive video versions of our podcast are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and our audio versions are available on your favorite podcatcher. If you like the show, please head over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and hey, it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron on our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you will get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Suds Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, and PathTags.com. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them that GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week. We'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we will talk to you guys next week. And we're clear.
And you need to prompt me ahead of time on some of these names, because it's like we haven't talked to. I can't even remember his name. Pixel. He's from Spain.
Picarax.
Huh?
Picarax.
Picarax. Yeah, and it's like I recognize the name. I can't think of who the heck this is, and you're not even giving me any clues.
No, never. Chad.
He loves to put people on the spot.
I love putting you guys on the spot.
It really makes me mad.
Why? Well, I didn't put you on the spot today.
You didn't, and I apprate that very much.
I put Chad.
So instead, you put Chad on the spot.
I put Chad on the spot. I like to keep people on their toes.
Only like 3 times, but who's counting?
People on their toes.
I hate that feeling.
See, here you go. Don't prompt him. It's funnier when he has no clues. See, don't prompt him. It's funnier. No.
All right. So just say I don't know. Even if you do, just be like, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, there you go. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you for having fun with us on our 700th show. 700. That's ridiculous. All right, guys. We'll talk to you next week. Be well, be safe. Bye-bye.